Hello. Hmm. Today we are going to talk about how we design. I have a GitHub repository and I just want to make sure that I finish this GitHub repository by end of my second or third week, third year of my college. This is lot of information to be absorbed. बहुत सारे यहाँ पे like you have easy level system design and then medium level system design and then hard level system design, and every system design is here is play a very important and very crucial role in developing large intensive applications or large distributed systems application. I think push-pull architecture, REST versus RPC. What is REST and what is RPC? What is the difference between REST and RPC? Representational state transfer, RPC, remote procedure call. REST is an architectural style of designing network application. It was introduced by key characteristics of REST is that resource-oriented REST treat everything as a resource, such as user product. Each resource is identified by unique URL. Key features: RESTful API. Most of the YouTube or I can say blog posts as well are being on e-commerce website are being usually follow REST architecture, because REST art in Amazon in e-commerce, and where the application where the behavior is accept the latency, and you are building a very intensive and scalable product. Like e-commerce websites are very intensive applications. They are very large and they need very uh, high maintenance and they have very large set of users as well and customers. So they request response rates and all of the factors are being very intensive and very heavy. So to handle heavy and very intensive architecture and very intensive task operations in an app, rest like request response, so we prefer in that case we prefer RESTful API architecture, because it's built to handle very intensive applications. And wherever there is a need for uh, communication procedure, like very rapid communication, very fast communication like WhatsApp chat, wherever there is a use of sockets, wherever the user is not able to accept the latency, wherever there is a latency as a concern, we use RPC, remote procedure call. I didn't knew about the RPC before, but I read some of the articles and read of some of the things, then I got to know what is RPC means. Scalability, performance, client servers tightly coupled, you are in a homogeneous environment. So these are basic, both perform crude, but the performance, the difference is being in the environmental and the behavioral and the latency as concerned. Every protocol is being responsible for the request response, but the difference create is being the behavior of the users accordingly. Like you cannot use REST in WhatsApp, बिकॉज अगर मैं यहाँ से हाई भेजूंगा तो उसे 1 सेकंड के बाद हाई मिलेगा, 2 सेकंड के बाद हाई मिलेगा, so they will the user experience is very bad. So customers will not likely to be accept that if you have a technology that are faster and that promotes and good behavior to the user, it's actually good for your application and good for your product. I know it's very boring. I don't know how to, like, I wanted to build a community because I find like building a community is very hard, to be honest. I don't know how I will I know, like like but hold on support. I just cannot I cannot able to make an audience by making this kind of live streams. I have to work upon things which is favorable for the audiences and people. Hmm. I just don't know. I didn't look good, man. I didn't look professional. I should look professional. I guess this is being, either you make an very animated set of videos or you just suck it around it. I'm like, it's good. It's giving exposure, giving it all this value creation. Sockets, why sockets are being used, communicational, closer data transfer connections, real-time communication, polling, long polling WebSockets. WebSockets, WhatsApp use WebSockets. Live notifications, okay. Financial market data feed, streaming in broadcast. If you are familiar with sockets and all of this kind of thing, you are very easily to be like accepted by the tech communities, because if you are able to build a socket application that you are have a very good fundamental background and you have very fundamental skills which is strong enough to build this kind of intensive applications, because building RESTful API HTTP server are requires you to know how what is going on the server, what is going on the scripts, what is the reason behind you are using MongoDB and SQL, all of this kind of factor, man. When you build a lot of intensive application, this kind of things, why you're using relational database and non-relational database, all of these kind of things very matter to your product and to your application, because you if you have a you cannot use JSON non-relational database to a with data to a application where it needs very relational database tabular data form. Like it has a lot of data entry, and you cannot you can use it, but the main principles of being the segregation of the relational non-relational on the basis of the type of data and the type and the what kind of data are being you are exposed to in operations working. Like if you are told to like build a government app where it has a 15 years of and like 10 GB of terabyte of data of the people. So you are not gonna use JSON data. You're gonna use relational SQL data to perform the performance of your app for the view for the real user experience for your app, because these SQL database are being meant to be stored for the tabular forms. JSON database are being used for the like you are uh, Instagram is perfect example for JSON database type, because it has a lot of like name, have comments, likes, and followers. These are the very large set of database which are used to be displayed on the data, which are displayed on the front end part. But in the SQL data, there are very specific data to be shown and very large amount of data to be shown. Both have pros and consequences, but I'm just talking about database. Why I'm talking about database? I'm here to design microservices, load balancers. I should know because you should complete this and then you should complete DSA and you are good to go for the SDE 4 and SDE 5, I guess. Experience, although experiences matter, but code forces. I was like, code forces. People will fool themselves by copying it because computer programming and software building is a lot about intuition. It's not about jugaad. If you Yes, jugaad after intuition. If you have very strong intuition, this is how. If you have very strong intuition to understand what is happening on the script and what is happening on the surface level, that if you are reading in large code base, you should understand that why it is happening, where it is data is going, where what are the data, where is being feeding the data, what is happening here, why this is being transformed to this and then after transformation this data is being sent to the API and then calling and showing. So you should know about this all this kind of things, what is happening behind the scenes. But and this can be only understand if you have a strong intuition and you have a strong understanding of building products and you have a strong understanding of how a strong understanding of developing software. You cannot just like one day you stood up from the bed and you just saying that I am the one, I can build anything by the API, by the AI chatbots. And yes, you can build a API, but you cannot scale that set. You need engineers, you need very much about of why I'm just talking about this all a kind of trash and rant about rant things. But it's good to like I figured out that chatbots and chat GPTs are like for the for the people who are like vibe coding. It's good for them for the starting. Like people before were like good for the website building. They have Wix and all of the WordPresses to like the complexity of the word building before AI by WordPresses and Wix was simple, but it was had a lot more complexity. Like 10% 50% complexity, like you have to analyze buttons and you have to analyze like hosting, all of this kind of thing. And now starting phase, that 10% and 50% fraction of building website has been gone now like 5 year like 11 or 12 year kid like who knows English well and know how to communicate to the AI chatbots can easily build this kind of thing. But can they easily scale that product to an like millions of thousands of users? I It's like observed kind of thing. Like you need engineers to be like maintenance, testability, and services and code reformation and features building. It's like you cannot do by yourself. You need people, and the people is being good enough for you. All these kind of things are rant of mine. I just don't know. I just Okay, this is being done. Now I have built a doctor AI. I guess, I guess. Where is the file, man? Where is the file? Oh yes, this is the file. I knew that I have to like npx next start. I still didn't know how to install Node man and hot reloading to the Next.js. find Next.js is like very intensive application, and I in React I guess. Like I have to I this is the base model. Like whenever I create product, it's the base model I create first of all. Like working of this all the principles is being you will know you need to know that. Then after it you personalize it by the front end part, you make it like raw and all of this kind of things. Sajawat, Sajawat kind of thing. This is good. Let's if I did not set the if I didn't set the state, let's how let does it will like able to analyze it? No, it's not. I knew that I have to set the state and then the state is being set and now that state will be like I knew that because the happening was like अगर तुम्हें किसी भी चीज़ को जेमिनाई में मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ पार्स टेक्स्ट जो आया अबे यार हटना यार गिट लेंथ वेयर इज माय टर्मिनल अबे यार टर्मिनल I just hate this kind of mouse like please where does I have to minimize this. This is the terminal I guess. Now tell him give me into JSON format like you are the doctor, you are steamed, you are a super doctor analyst, analyze the data and give me the diseases which can occur to me in the future and suggest me medical prescription return the results in the JSON format. npm run every time I have to like nobody gonna watch this kind of things, Nishan, you know. uh npx next start. I expect to work good. Like, you know, you have to Gemini was very good when I was trying to get my results about the medical prescriptions. Like, Gemini gave very genuine reasons and very valid reasons as compared to the chat GPT models. I find like Gemini as good as biology, very complex task, not hmm. Personalized experiments. I want daily, like, you are the doctor, analysis the blood report and give me the future disease can occur to me and tell me In Hindi, tell me more like Tapuri and tell to the Indian middle class accent tone. Ooh, generate a PDF report for me of the analysis. Add Hindi Tapori suggestion as well and suggest some vegetables and fruits that can improve my blood health levels. Generate a report for me. Suggest some vegetables and fruits that can improve the defects of my blood health. Like, this is good. This is so good. Now generate the prompt of the whole conversation so that any time I came for the analysis, it gives me the all analysis which shown to me now. Generate the prompt. I feel like I feel like I'm a god, I really feel like I'm a god. Return the fonts in the JSON format. npx next start. नहीं हो पाएगा, नहीं नहीं नहीं, abort it. npm run build. I guess we are live. Are we live? Is it happening? It's it's take time, by the way. It's a wrapper, but it helps. Oh my god, it's taking a lot of time, I guess. Analyze, analyze, analyze. 10 seconds is like people are gonna wait it like that. Like sort the prompt, I guess. It's taking way. Oh, yeah. Is an analysis for information purposes does not constitute medication. Please consult a qualified health professional who diagnose treatment. Missing blood report indicate elevating sugar, FPS, and suggesting pre-diabetic issues are elevated. JSON फॉर्मेट है, ठीक है, गुड. Now this is good. This is working very fine. Now I have to convert this data into dashboard and all of this kind of fancy healthcare report. And then we're gonna use it. Now it's done. I'm going to design all of kind of things. It's done. Now the design part, changing the prompt. Like I need some more sort the prompt and also add the Tapori Hindi suggestion in bottom to the prompt. No, when you make a product, you have to add a personality to the app. It's interacting to the app. You are interacting to a personality. I guess, I guess, I guess. Hmm. I have to make sure that this is a very bulky code. I guess this is very, like, I have to save it from text file and then now, like, mm, this is very biased thing to be done. Like, come on, man, you are. Jodh. UI UX design, images, medical, why why we didn't like ask chat GPT to generate it, like generate UI UX of medical blood report analysis dashboard which have like showing, be like a professional UI UX designer, be like a professional senior UI UX designer, generate the UI medical analysis dashboard which like showing blood report analysis and suggestion of blood report and develop the front end part of it. Oh, I didn't. Huh? Sure. A like draw the image of UI UX, not the code. You understand what I am telling to tell you? You understand? कहाँ गया? Where is my prompt? It takes a lot of time, man. Like I cannot. I should have like top tier subscription on the chat GPT, I guess. You know what? Before building anything, you can create and sample with Chat GPT and Canvas JTP so that you can get a very broad and very specific kind of interfaces. Because like building and blindly building is like wasting so much time, and like you waste so much time and you cannot, like, you have to feel say you have to do mehnat and all that kind of thing. But I understand. I have built very long. I have been building things very from the very first time, and I knew this time, like, building an app and building a web platform and building a web app, like, you have like shit, do a wireframe of it, like, firstly, and then get the sample of like thousands of samples and see everything like starting to end. Like, this kind of good, good. Like, generate a broad dashboard. It should have all the essential information about the blood. Like, I built a very comprehensive and scalability factor. I know that optimization, scalability, and like robust architecture is very much needed in the future. Like, it always will needed. Like, you have to build a very extensive application. You have to know about the architecture and the small level and low level design and high level design, all of that things. You should know about it. Like, what is a Kafka, what is a Redis, what is a Docker, Kubernetes. You should know about all the detail, all the kind of details to it. Like, you should be exposed to it. Like, oh, people are watching this kind of thing. People are like genuinely interested in all this thing. I'm just doing like my for myself. Like, man, I don't want. I feel happy when I put things to the internet. I've been very optimistic guy from the very starting. When people didn't knew about the like WhatsApp and all of and like YouTube and all of kind of things, didn't knew like they are not that level of exposed to YouTube. Like, that time I used to like do live streaming, do programming, like programming not. I used to play a lot of games online, and like I used to be very good at it, and like producing videos, generating audience. Like, I've been always been being I feel like I like. Generate हो जा भाई. People are watching. People don't want shit. कॉन्करेंट व्यूअर्स में एक है. ओके. नहीं, this is not suitable. I should have reference UI UX image of blood health report analysis. Like this is good. Save. I want this kind of in dashboard. Like you have very complex. ये आपके ऊपर नीचे हो चुके हैं, आपको ऐसा देखना पड़ेगा. Like I know this kind of. I just need this kind of thing. But does this kind of thing going to relate to the mass audience? I'm fuck that audience. Like I'm not going to build people of my villages audience. Like if they does not provide me the opportunity that if I build an audience for the rich, I have been getting a very lot of good opportunities. Like I don't want to be very simplified version. Like it's good, man. It's very futuristic. It should the app should like very futuristic and like it have a very like it's good. Like see, this kind of thing is very good. Yeah, like this is good, man. I genuinely want this kind of thing. It's like you're building a product which is look very futuristic and which is like connect to the Gen Z and will provide value to the audience. And it gives me, I know this not look like not gonna connect with masses, but I had a side of like provides and I'm not gonna this, but as an overview of report, I'm gonna tell you that this is the part of your body is being like infected or like you should be concerned about this kind of thing, and you should like focus on your diet and all that kind of things. I know people don't like to be. I'm just building my project. Okay, done for today. We will come back after my game. See you goodbye, and we will do another session.